Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream. Today is going to be a very entertaining Friday. My name is Margaret Carlton. I'm here with Nick Hunter to talk about the amazing FileMaker platform, which we are very excited to discuss. Nick is here especially to talk about value lists. Value lists are amazing and wonderful, and today is a day of technical difficulties, apparently, which is always also great. But seriously, though, he's on day 2 of our value list 4-day extravaganza, and he'll be going super in depth to value lists and how you can use that to improve your FileMaker database. As a general rule, we have we stream on 3 different platforms 5 days out of the week, which I'm going to pull up right now because I can. Dude, so basically, our schedule is going to be value list for this Friday and then Monday and Tuesday with Mr. Nick. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we will have tab summary, deep dive into advanced checkboxes, and web viewer navigation. So with Kyle, respectively, for those last 2 days, that'll also be very fun. um, Please remember to support the channel. We greatly appreciate it. We love talking to you guys. We love doing this. We love teaching you more about the FileMaker platform and improving the FileMaker community, making it more accessible for people. But we also would appreciate, okay, if you want to buy our training, it is 90 plus hours of video content. And Richard is 100 plus hours now, I think. Richard is a very entertaining trainer. I think Nick is also in there training, and he's always fun to listen to. So that'll be really fun. So please feel free to do that if you have the ability to do so. Real quick, hello everyone. Hello Stu. Hello Bretterman. Hello Cameron. Hello D Sutton. Hello Foxy Jack, Dee Dee, Jackie, Jericho, Kyle, Labo, Larry, and Scott. And then who do we have on Twitch? Hello Twitch participants, users in chat. Alpha Lima and Nathan, always good to see you guys. You guys are almost always there. And then YouTube, of course. Hello, YouTube. So feel free to say hello. We appreciate talking, ask us questions, all that jazz. Um, Nick, I'm going to give you the floor now and then promptly mute myself for a little bit.
Okay. Okay, so you can go to fix your problems and it's technical. So can you hear me? Everything okay? Here we are. So we are doing the value list. So this is the second day of the value list, talking about value list. So yesterday we covered pretty much the basic, and we went a little bit further in the more advanced kind of usage of the value list. Many of you discover many things, and it is great. So I got a challenge from I don't remember who, and I made it possible. So I fixed the challenge, and I'm going to show it. And we are going to continue to explore the possibility of the value list, right? So I'm going to share my screen right quick, and this is my screen. I'm going to remove this. Okay, so yesterday we discovered that we can do many things with value lists, right? So we can, of course, have the traditional menu, the top-down menu, the pop-up menu, and the checkboxes, and we show that we can have multiple separators. We can have multiple separators, and we discovered that we can do many other things. But what we are going to do, so we discover also the tricks I have with the numbering to get the name of this time frame working, and getting the thing working with the help of value list without breaking anything, and getting everything to be extremely flexible and editable. Okay, so what I want to continue to talk about today is many things. So first of all, I want to show you what I've done for somebody on YouTube, I think, asked me if I have more than 3 here. Here I have 3 options here, and he asked me, okay, what about if I have more? Okay, so if I have more, I go to value list here. I'm going to status, and I'm adding a new status like spending, for example. Okay. So I'm adding this, and I want you to see what's going on there. Okay. So I'm validating my value list here, and voila, I have pending coming. So you understand that you cannot go too far here, because otherwise you will have a real estate problem, you know. Like if I'm doing this, now you have this, you know, you have 5, you know. So you understand that this type of objects are not good to suit many data, you know. So, but that's the case for many things. Let me explain. Each type of display of each type of objects has limitation. Can be visual limitation, can be a numbering limitation, can be a different type of limitation. For example, how many of you has used this kind of menu, you know, with 200, 300, or 500 rows here? Is impossible to use. You have to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, right? So this is not good. The pop-up menu is not great if you have a lot of information. It's great when I think my experience is more than 20, forget about it. Then you can switch to this one, because this one you can do this. You know, you can type in the field, okay, and you get the thing, right? So yeah, I need to do this. I need to do this autocomplete. Okay. So here you can type like this, you know, and you have the option. Like if you say A, you put A, and you have 2. So you have the combination of 2 things. You have the on typing on demand, and you have the restriction of the menu, right? So that's a drop down menu, and something you cannot do here, because here you cannot edit. Okay, here you can type whatever, and you can type something, select something, or you can just type whatever you want, right? So that's another advantage of the drop down menu. Okay, so but you understand that each type of object has its limitation. This one, obviously, you have a limitation of real estate. So, and it's not a FileMaker issue, it's not a technique issue, it's just that this type of object doesn't suit like 200 items. It's not made for that, you know. 5 is already big, okay? So the system here that you can, you know, you go to value list here, you can just say, okay, if you want 2 only, you know, let's say you have 2, my system will do 2, right? So how I've done that, very simple. So let me show you how I've done that. Okay. And so here you have your 5 possibilities. Okay. You have your 5 possibilities. So here, the title comes from the item, the value number 3 of this value list, right? This one, you understand it, is the value number 4, and this one is the value number 5. Okay. So that being said, now you can see here that I have a hidden condition. I want to remind you that you can have a hidden condition per segment, and you can have a hidden condition on the entire bar. Here I have 2. I have a hidden condition on the entire bar, or I can have a hidden condition for each segment of the bar. Okay, so this is a good thing to know. Okay, so here is easy. I'm saying if the value count of my value list is inferior to 4, hide this. And obviously, it will hide this one, because this one says inferior to 5. So if I have 1, 2, 3 values in my value list, it won't show the 4, it won't show the 5. If I have 2, it won't show the 3, it won't show the 4, it won't show the 5. If I have 1, it won't show, won't show, won't show. And if I have 0, it won't show nothing. It will show nothing, okay? So this is how you do. So you can add more if you want, add more, but knowing that anyway, this type of object has a limitation. So as you create more value lists automatically, a button is created. No, the button is here. The button is created already. I'm hiding it when I don't need it. For example, here, obviously, I have this one, this one, this one. I don't have nothing here, nothing here. So if I put a 4 here, if I put something here, and I say pending, okay? So now I have something here. So now my system says inferior to 4. I'm not inferior to 4, actually. I'm 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will show this one and hide this one, right? So that's what it's doing, right? So if I remove pending here, it will then, I will have 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And it will do 3, and it will hide the 4 and the 5, okay? Yeah, hidden when not. Okay, it's hidden. It's a negative. It's a negative thing. When it's inferior, it's hiding. It's not show when. It's hide when. It's not show when. It's hide when. Okay, so that's why it's you hide when the list is inferior to 4. Hide when it's true. Exactly. If I put 1 here. Okay, bam, he hide. 1 is true. If I put 0, it doesn't hide. Okay? So it's a Boolean answer here. It tells you it's Boolean. Calculation must be Boolean, right? So the calculation here is Boolean. Value count inferior to 4. Yes, no. Right? Yes, no. Value count inferior to 3. Yes, no. Okay. So that's why sometimes you need to make sure that you understand that the result here must be a Boolean. But a FileMaker tells you here, non-zero is true and 0 empty are false. Okay. It tells you everything on the bottom here. So this is why. So I'm going to update the file anyway with this updates. Okay. So yesterday, somebody tells me that is it possible to combine, to add values with a variable? Is it possible to add values in the value list coming from a variable? And I said no, but I said that is not impossible. So let me explain. You cannot just go there. You cannot just go there and add a variable like this. It won't work. It won't work. But you can have a technique here that I'm going to show you right now. But before to show you the technique, I need you to understand how value list works. It's very important because this will be useful for today and for Monday and Tuesday. Okay, you need to know that. So the value list. Let me create a new file. Okay. So the value list here. Let's create a new file. Value test. Okay. So the value list here. Let me do that. Okay, so let me change this, delete this, and let me create a field. Delete. Okay, value. Okay. Very important what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show this here. Okay, so I have the value here. Oh, no, it's better if I do this because it's a value list. Okay. So I have a value here, right? And I'm going to create a value list based on this field, because this is a value list we didn't see right now. So you can create a value list that will get fields based on the content of a field. Okay, so let's forget about this right now. So you have this, the value. So, I'm going to, this is a table. So I'm going to the table and I'm going to ask whatever in that value, in that field, I want to create a value list on this. So let me create a new a text field. Okay. Let me create a test field. And in this test, I'm going to apply the value list. Okay. And it says there's no values defined in my, why? Because it's a checkbox. I want to pop up. Okay. But it says no value defined. Why? Because the value list will get filled based on what I am filling here. So if I'm putting Nick, pick Nick, now I have Nick. No. If I'm putting, I don't know, Kyle, if I'm putting Marge. So the list now is fitting based on whatever value I have here. But there's something you need to know. The value list engine will scan, listen to me, the value list engine will scan the entire table for all records in that table, with no regards from the font sets. Doesn't care about the font set. It doesn't care about it. It takes all the data of the table. But if I do, for example, like this, I have one record here is empty, another record empty, another record empty. But this one, I'm going to put Nick. And then I have another record, another record, another record, and here I'm putting Rick. So I have 6 records, only 2 values. See? FileMaker doesn't care. It will scan all the records and pick Nick and Rick. So whatever the font set, whatever everything, it's based on the table. If Nick doesn't get this, I'll ask him when he takes a break. If Nick doesn't get it,
the question is from David Angel.
Yes. How to avoid typing a different value from the values? Oh, I dropped down. I'm going to show you. Yes. Okay. How to avoid typing a different value from the value. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to answer that later. So you understand that I have empty. Okay. So it doesn't care. It will, if you have empty fields, if you have, it doesn't care. It will scan everything, and it will get you the content of each of the field with something it can find. But also, it's a smart system, because if I put Nick here, and I put Nick here, and I put Nick here, so I have how many times Nick? 1, 2, 3 times. But the value list engine will just show you 1, because it's the same. So it shows, okay, yes, that's okay. I got it. You put 5 times Nick, 3 times Nick, but it's the same. So it's not going to add you Nick, Rick. It's not going to do that. It's going to compress. It's going to do kind of a cleanup for you. Okay, so that's cool. It's cool because it won't show you multiple times the same guy. Okay, but not only the system will pass through records. So we don't care if you have 1 record, 10 records. If you have 10 million records and you have 1 data in that in 1 record, you have one data. Well, you have that data in that field in 1 record. it will show up in the list. At least one record out of 10 million. Okay, so this is because it doesn't care about the empty fields. Okay, but what is important to know, very important to know, is that the what's the name the value list engine doesn't care neither of the table. It will work here as well. So if I go to another table, it works. I'm in another table, okay? So I have two tables, and I have absolutely no relationship between the two, okay? So it's very important to know that the value list engine can jump context to context without restriction and without linking, and it can jump record to records if it's empty. Okay, those two concepts are very important to know on the value list. Otherwise, you will never understand what I'm going to tell you right now and what I'm going to tell you Monday and Tuesday. You won't understand anything, and so we don't want that. Okay, we want you to understand. So far so good. Everybody knows. Everybody understood. Do we have any question? I don't know. Value list does a select distinct. Yeah.
Beyond the one from Dave.
Yeah. Beyond, this one. Yeah. It's a select distinct. Yeah. Okay. By the way, FileMaker has a distinct function now called unique. Unique value, okay, for example, of this. So, but it's based on the what's the name? It's based on the record. It's not based. It's based on the on the list. So I should have this. Here I should do this to get the thing working. Is list of, and I should get this the list of this. List of value, okay, and I do this summary and list of value. Let me delete this one. So this will work now. So if I go this, I say unique. So unique values is a FileMaker distinct. It's a file. If I don't do unique value, this is what I have. Nick, Rick. But because of the unique value, now it does a distinct. Okay, pretty much. Finally, they listen, because before we were using value list to do that. We were using the value list engine to do the distinct, like Ruben says. But FileMaker extracted that to get the unique values. So if you use SQL today to do this, you can get rid of SQL and use the unique value, the native FileMaker function. Question. So when a value list is based on a table and not a font set, you can have security issues, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is a vast question. A value is based on the table. A value list is always based on the table, never based on the font set. Never. A value list cannot be based on font sets. So it's based on the table. A value list is based on the table. If you want to constrain a value list based on font set, it's complicated. The list show more value than what you should have expected. Maybe yes. Okay, that's why. To do this, we don't use value list. We use a particular type of value list. So the question was, if because you can show with a value list, can show you value that you shouldn't show, you shouldn't see. In that case, you use the value list, but based on related records. So I'm going to show you that next week, the related record value list. Okay, but it was important for you to know what I'm showing right now. Because it's important to understand that a value list, like I said, A value list is based on the table. It's not based on the found set. It's based on the entire table. Actually, to be honest with you, the value list is based on the index. Okay, so it's based on the index. See, so the index showed Nick only once, so that's how the value list works. The value list goes to the index and show whatever the index does have. So it's not possible to it's not possible to constrain an index, right? That's why we the unique value, I think, is recent. I think it's 18, 17. It's recent. Brian Gim said 17. Yeah. Kyle said 16. Okay, we have a contest here. Cameron says 16. How long the unique value been around? So yeah, it's relatively recent. Unique value is yeah. Okay, so Kyle sent the help. So it's 16. So it's 16. So it's recent. It's not like 12 or it's kind of recent. So let's continue. So you understand that. You understand the value lists are based on the index. The index is based on the table, on the entire table. So the value list is on the entire table. If you want to constrain the value list based on the found set, you have to trick it. You have to trick it. But most of the time, I don't use value list. Next week, I'm going to show you how to replace the value list, by the way. Okay, so I want to continue. So now being said, here what I want to show up, because I have all of this to explain you something. Okay, all of this to explain you something. Here I have a billing city, and I have a shipping city. Okay, the free lists are different. The two lists are different. I have this here, and I have this here. But now, yesterday, you remember, yeah, so execute SQL, yeah. Okay, so yesterday I told you that you cannot put a variable in a value list, and it's pretty much not true. Okay, but not the way not the way you intended. Here, what I want to do, I want to combine this value list and this value list in one. I want the two together. I want one value list that shows the content of this one and the content of this one. Okay, so I want this, right? So how can I do that? Because I have in the value list, we don't have a function that says combine values, right? We don't have it, right? So how do I do that? Well, I have another table, and in this table I have one record, one record. But I could have two files. Let's say I have one record, but I can. I don't care if I have multiple records, but one record is better. So I have one record. Okay, one record, and I have a trigger. So what is this trigger? You remember, I explained to you many times that we can get auto entry calculation to be triggered on the fly, on demand. Okay, so you need to go and find out on the internet, on YouTube, my webinar on their auto entry calculation. Okay. So what I want to do here, I have an auto entry calculation, right? And I have a field here that says all cities. So what it is, it's an auto entry calculation, and I have a trigger. So I'm not going to explain how this works. I'm going to demonstrate it, but not to explain it. You have a full video, a full day video on this. Okay. So, and what the calculation is, I'm doing a list. You know that I'm the guru of lists, right? So you have a list, and I want the content of this value list and the content of this value list in one list. Okay? So the list will do the content of one list and the content of the other one. It will combine the content of the two value lists here, the billing cities and the shipping cities. Okay. So how do I update this? Because I want to do here is this. I want here I have San Francisco, but now I want to create a new record, and here I'm going to put, I don't know, give me a city, New York. Okay. And I'm going to add Paris. Okay. So, New York, Paris. They're both there. So how I do this? Okay. You saw something happening here. This table, here, I have one link here. I need one. It's a Cartesian link. Not going to spend too much about Cartesian link, but it's pretty much, it's a universal linking. Both are linked. So the current record will be linked, the current record of this table will be linked to the first record of this, okay? Automatically, without any whatever, you know, you can choose this, you can choose this, you know, whatever you choose, it will work, you know. Just what you need here you need an index field, okay? Pretty much when I do a Cartesian, I put the two first and voila, okay? So you have a Cartesian link. Why? It's because I have a very, very tiny on record save, an object save here. And this script is very, very tiny that says commit, because I need to commit the record to get the values to update. So when you put something here, so let me redo. When you put something here, right? You put Paris. I need the record to be committed. So you commit the record. Okay, so here's the script. So you can see what happened here. So I commit the record, make sure the record's committed. And I go to another table, the table linked with their Cartesian is faster than one-to-one. No, yes, it's faster than one-to-one. Much faster, by the way, label. Okay. The question label is Cartesian links is faster than 1 = 1. Yes, it is. Because it's a pure link. It's no link. It's just it's a universal linkage. Okay. So it's you don't have any records. You don't have any matchings. You don't. Yeah. So it's exactly. So you don't have a logic involved of matching. You don't have a matching thing. Okay. So I'm going to commit the record, set the field. This field here, the trigger. And this trigger is how I am triggering the auto entry calculation here. So I'm setting this with the current timestamp because I have the habit to do that. So I'm setting this, see, this will change. Bam. And doing this from this file, from this table here, doing this, it will update the list here, right? So if I remove Paris from here, I don't have it anymore. It goes away, right? If I put, I don't know, Nice, Nice. Okay. So now you understand that if I have a variable, just add your variable in the calculation here. Just add your variable. And you can have your value list with fields or the value list. So you can add a variable, You can add a field. You can have a hello. You can add whatever you want. You can add something. You can type something if you want. Hard coded. So you have it, right? No, it's not there. Oh, yeah. I need to update this. I need to update the calculation. Yeah. So boom. So now I have it. Hello. I have it. It's there. So you see now how you do that, right? And here you can have, with this system of listing, that's why I love it, is because you can have something like this. You can reorganize your value list. Okay. Because the value list now is this, right? So you say this, and if you want to put this before, if you want to add this before, bim. So I change this to 7. It's hello. So you can have a organized value list, right? So it's kind of cool.
We do have some questions.
Yes.
One from Michelle L. and Brian. So the test has to be indexed?
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay, good question. Value list doesn't work if you have not indexed the field. I can show you. I can show you a good. I can show you. So I'm going there, and I'm de-indexing this one. Okay. Index missing. Doesn't work. It's based on the index that I told you. So if you don't have index, it's not possible to have a value list, because the value list is just a way to present the index differently. That's it, you know. So now if I go there, bam, it works. So let's continue. So what time is it? 40. So now you know. That's tip to visualize. Yeah, because you can do whatever you want. You know, you can with this technique I'm showing you now, you will get the file, so you will be able to dig more on this. With this technique here, you can expand that, you know, at will. Really. You can go far, like, with this. So because you can have you can build this system here with related values. So you can have a super expanded kind of hybrid related value, custom values, variable. You can mix all of this and have this available to you at any place in the file, right? Because as I explained to you, it's jumping file to file, right? The table to table. It doesn't care about the table, the table you're in. Okay. About indexing, it's a good since I have 5 minutes here. About indexing, what is good to know about the indexing? What my technique, what I'm doing here. I'll let FileMaker do it. Always I'm doing this. FileMaker will decide the minimal and the all automatically. Okay, yeah, only use in as needed, you know. So you do this, and FileMaker will index the way it needs. So for example, here I have minimal, here I have minimal, and here I have minimal. So all of that is minimal, right? But I'm pretty sure that if I'm searching here, I'm going to change this. So name now, and it's all. See, it did it automatically, because searching, it's the only. I think it's the only reason to have an all index. So here's my technique. If I don't search the field, It will never create index. Okay, yeah, Josh Armon, you're right. Unnecessary index can more than seriously bloat your file. So let me explain a little bit. If you have Nick Hunter here, that's fine. That's fine, you know. But if you have a 5-paragraph text in one field and you want to index it, good work, good luck with this, you know, because it will inflate the file like by gigabytes. And I'm not talking about if you have millions of records. So here's some tips for you since we're talking about this. So the first tip, always, you know, leave it alone. And don't search on fields unnecessary, okay? Because it will automatically turn on, okay? So that's my first tip. First tip, leave it alone. Always leave it non-automatic, okay? And it will do the job. I show you, you know, you do minimal when it does, and you put maximal or when it needs. Second tip is this. When you import data, from one file, turn off all your indexes. Okay, so for example, some of you say, oh yeah, I'm importing this, it's very slow. It's slow. Yeah, because you have all your indexes on, and you have plenty of data, and you have millions of records. So each time you import data and you have it indexed, it will create the index as is importing the data. So what I'm doing here is this. I'm turning off all the index. Okay, turning off all the index. So that's why what I use most of the time, it's a table where I have fields, field 1, field 2, field 3, and I'm importing the data inside that field, okay, inside that table, without any index. And then I'm going to do what I want. Because the index is what, there's two reasons to get importation slow. First is the auto entry calculations. Second is the indexing, okay? So you turn off, yes, Josh, when you turn auto on field, you won't be, okay, we turn off automatically create index as need on fields. We know we don't need an index. Exactly. This is it's a healthy behavior to have on the FileMaker file. So it's 46. I need to switch to another topic here. So I want to show two things now, right now. I want to show how great the value lists are. Okay, and I want to show you a technique of development to get a super duper extreme optimization of the code. Okay, so this is an example of extreme optimization. I have this feature I built like this, but you know, I want this to be in multiple language. So I have yesterday English, in French is hier, and Spanish is ayer. Okay, so yesterday français, you know, hier, ayer. If I change this, hoy, that is espagnol, aujourd'hui, français, English today. Okay. So that's cool. That's extremely cool. And so I have very simple way to do that. I have free value list. So I'm using free value list for that. I have the value list for those languages. So you can see here, I have the English, the French, and the Espanol. Okay, so I have free value list, right? So now you will say, okay, why you need a value list for? Okay, I could use a related table, but it's complicated. A related table for that, and I just want those three names. I want something simple, but I want to be able to change on the fly, right? it's a value list, so I can change or so which language today. I'm going to say past, for example, due, for example. So I'm changing those. So now here, if I'm doing this is past, if I'm doing this is due. See, so I can change on the fly on the English, Francais, so I can change this, on the fly very easily using the value list kind of a method, right? Which is great. It's easy. It's yesterday and today. Okay. So how I get the choice of the name based on English, this and this. Extreme code optimization. What do you think I have here for this field? The time frame field here, this field, the time frame variable. What do you think my auto entry calculation is? I asked the question here, so on Discord. So go. What do I use here? If, choose, or case. What do I use? Okay. No, nobody will want to. Nobody wants to look stupid. Okay, no problem. Cameron, so you want to jump? Cameron S, you want to jump? I'm using a field. Yes, for sure. But in the calculation here, in the auto entry calculation, what technique I'm using? A case, a if. What do I? A Boolean? No. Okay. No. It's more than that. It's more easy than that. Look, I'm going to give you a hint. Okay, give you a hint. Here I have English, Français, Espagnol. Here I have time frame English, Français, Espagnol. So let's open the suspense, break the suspense. This is my code. And so I'm getting the value list name and I'm naming the value list in a way to help me. So the way I name my stuff is okay. I have my UI said English, Français, Espagnol. Okay. I have 3 value lists, and I'm naming the way I'm naming the value list is giving me helping me to select it on the fly based on the name. So with this, I don't need a if, I don't need a case, I don't need anything of this. Just I say, okay, that's the name of my value list. Okay. And the name of my value list is time frame pipe space and the language I put there. Right? So if I select English, the auto entry calculation will get the first value of this value list. Okay. If the value list is time frame Français, it will get the first value of this one. So this is what I call extreme optimization, because I'm using the naming convention to help me to get access to things without to have ifs and cases and whatever, right? So I think this is a good tip in order to and that can be done for many things, by the way, because we can get the list, we can get the list by name, okay? But remember that can be done also on scripts by set field by name, perform script by name, go to layout by name. Okay, so you can use that. At your advantage for many things. Look what you can do: the set field by name, the perform script, and the go to layout, and I'm pretty sure I'm missing some. Go to, I don't know, go to objects, go to object, go to field now. But, go to field, we cannot. Go to field is always by the name of the field. But go to object is the same as go to field. Okay, so you can use that technique of using names at your advantage to get the data. And I'm not talking about using the link, the relationship. Can you imagine you use a relationship with that technique? So you have a relationship. You say, okay, I want the relationship of all the data due, for example. So you have let's say you name your stuff. You name your stuff here, and you say, okay, it's T00, and you say it's from contacts, contacts, and you go to invoice, okay, and you say it's based on the IDF contacts, and in the name at the end, where's the pipe? At the end you said due. So, and you have the same link overdue. Okay, so you can use that at your advantage and say, okay, yeah, I have a script here that set field by name or get list or whatever, set variable. So and you can change this on the fly, right? You can get the list of your invoices due and overdue, just because you can have a button, a filter that said due, overdue, and you just change the name of the what's the name of the link. It's super powerful to use that technique here for many things. So the mini multiple language option. Yeah, okay. All of this, Robin and guys, all of this is pure theory. Okay, I needed to demonstrate you something. I'm not saying that this is an application, but now you learn how to use something, right? You learn how to use a hammer. So I'm showing you that a hammer can be more than just sticking a nail in the wall, right? You can smash the head of somebody. You can do what many things. So I'm showing you. So now I'm not saying that this is something you need to, but yeah, for multiple language like this, or you can say a due, overdue. You know what I mean? And you can say, for example, imagine you want something based on the security, for example, because somebody told me earlier about the security, right? Yeah, you can say based on the get, I'm just making out, right? It's based on the get privilege, privilege. Privilege, okay. Based on this, you can say, I want the value list for the full access. I want the value list for the on data entry, or whatever privilege set you have, and you can have a value list based on this, without having a fancy relationship, and you know what I mean? You can have very simple value list. Let's say you can do that for many things. It's incredible what you can do. Yes, but when you change the English to zone and somehow automatically translated, and the others are somewhere, yes, but when you change the English one, the others are somewhere, no, they're not magically translated. You need to translate them manually. There's no magic with FileMaker. It's all manual. Yeah, but you can use kind of a translator. I'm working on a project like this to have a kind of a AI translator that translates the solution for you. Yeah, API is magic. Yeah, but API is magic with a lot of work behind the magic. Okay, so it's 3:58. If we don't have any question, so next week, hint for next week. Next week we are going to explore the dark side of the value list. Okay, so it's this. It's the related value list. Okay. Yeah. Because I just make the demo, Larry. Just make the demo. Okay, so next week we are going to explore the dark side of the value list, which is the custom value list and the related value list and the conditional value list. Conditional value list, okay? The dark side, yeah. So conditional value lists, and that will be good. So March?
Yeah, that sounds like that'll be a lot of fun. Seriously,
Yes.
Nick, thank you so much for presenting, and thank you for dealing with my technical difficulties. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. Yes.
This is very interesting. I'm very excited to see day 3 and day 4. Thank you again, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Bye.
Just stepped up the whole way. Calm, cool, collected the quarterback. Great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Trying to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap. Stands in, throws it left for Amendola. Reaches up and snacks a high throw and lands inside the 10. Rolling to the 9. Ball slightly behind him, but Danny makes the grab.